Okay. Hello, everyone. We're on episode 52 of the podcast, and I'm with Spoon. Spoon's under the weather, but he's trucking through it. How are you, Spoon?
Yep. A little bit sick the last couple of days. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. A little congested.
I can. I was sick
Little.
last week, so I get it.
Mm.
It's, it's tough. People are getting sick. Not just obviously not just COVID. People getting sick. I can. 1 year poggers dab. 1 year poggers. I mean, yes, that is true. Actually, if we're just going with episode numbers each week, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little more. It's a little more than a year, I think. Like 'cause since we took some weeks off,
Yeah.
but yeah, in terms of episode numbers, this would be officially 1 year of episodes.
Yeah, it's exciting. We're happy for the folks that come by when they can. Obviously, we got a small group here of our friends, but maybe sometime we'll get a few more friends and it'll be great. But we'll keep doing it. We'll keep doing it until we get way too bored, which
Mm-hmm.
I'm not there yet. So I don't know about
Mm,
Spoon, but I'm not there yet.
me neither.
But let's do an intro. Let's do intro and then we'll get into news and then this time we're actually gonna talk about some of our favorite games from last year. You said double like our game of the year awards, but I think I'd rather just I personally will just talk about my like some of my favorite, which ones I like the most.
Yeah, I
Um,
have like a top an idea of like a top five basically, but
okay,
yeah.
okay. Well, let's do a quick intro. So the intro for this week is the YouTube videos that went up. Actually, if we give me like a second here, I'll show you guys what I talked to Spoon about a few days ago and what I did. Um, so if you didn't see, let's go ahead and swap over really quickly. So
Okay.
a lot of the channel is getting like overhauled. So what I mean is, I actually removed quite a few playlists because they were pretty out of date at this point. So what you're seeing here are for last week's podcast episode, you'll see that the game news section got divided out from the normal topic section. And that was in an effort for any folks that didn't really necessarily care about the topic. You could just watch the news part. If you didn't care about the news part, you can go do something else. And then there's the raw video I'm circling right here. So if that's something that you guys prefer, you should tell me. It's actually really easy to do, so I have no problems doing it whatsoever. And and each of those also, except for the Halo video and the Raw video, the game news one has timestamps. So if you go into it, um, there should be timestamps. And so all these, you got the bookmarks here. You can just pick the section you want to hear. If that's something you guys like, you should tell us if that's good with like a thumbs up or something in chat. Or you could just hit the like button or hit the dislike button if you don't like it. I mean, we can't see it anymore, but we see it on the YouTube studio side. So just let us know if this is preferred, if that's something you actually care about for the VOD squad. But in any case, we appreciate supporting that because we're gonna work hard again to get those back up these videos back. Let me go back over to the other. Okay, the other update that's coming from me specifically is each week, to the best of my abilities, with maximum effort, I'll be playing through the Halo series. And I have a co-op partner. The co-op partner is not Spoon. I actually asked somebody else. Kuru will be my co-op partner as we're playing through the Halo series, and that's going to happen on the podcast channel. So we're going to play through the Halo games each week. Podcast channel will play Halo with Kuru, legend himself. So we're obviously going to start with Halo Combat Evolved. Um, we'll do Halo 1, 2, 3. I don't know about ODST. Reach, possibly, probably. Uh, but we're not going to do Halo 4 and 5 because Halo 4 and 5 are
What? You're
not
missing the best
as
ones.
they're not as fun. Yeah, those aren't as fun. So if you guys are interested in that, you should come by. I'll put a schedule on that when I talk to crew about it for next week. Not this week, but next week because this this particular weekend I am traveling before I go back to school. So that's the intro. Spoon, do you have anything to add on to that intro? I'm sure I missed something.
Chat wants to know when Tales of Arise is coming back.
Okay, Tales of Arise is coming back when I decide to stop being addicted to Halo.
Mm.
This is the major fundamental flaw. Is I become kind of addicted to Halo. So that's been a huge issue. Um Halo Infinite was really bad for me. So that's the answer to that question is it's not coming back because I'm too addicted to Halo right now. Like really, like the games that I play right now are I've been playing Genshin at like right before bed is usually what I do. But other than that, I literally just play Halo. It's like probably the other massive percentage, and that's multiplayer. I did want to know the answer to that. Okay, well when I am not addicted to Halo, I will do another game, like another game, any other game. But currently, I'm addicted to Halo. As frustrating as today was bad. I played so bad. Um, but yeah, when I'm not addicted to Halo, we'll see. I don't know. That might be coming in another like couple weeks. It's bound to happen at some point. I know it is. It's just a matter of when. So when I'm not addicted to it,
Hmm.
maybe I'll pick up the Series S controller. But for now, I like putting my time to Halo. That's like that has been really enjoyable
Yep.
so far. So that's the answer to that. The answer for the short version is just when I've decided that I'm done with Halo grinding.
Well,
But
maybe not done, but want to play it not as much.
yeah, I mean like at some point I'm gonna hit a wall in ranked. I feel like I'm pretty close to it by now. When I hit that wall and I feel like I'm not like progressing as much, um, then I'll stop and I'll like slow it down basically. Instead of playing like every day for a few hours, I'll just play like every other day or something like that. Just like really slow it down. So, but I haven't hit the wall yet actually. So I'm like super interested to see how much I can rank up. But I know I'm gonna hit a wall at some point. Playing against Onyx players is not particularly for me. that was that was something. Um, so any other intro updates besides Tales of
Uh,
Arise?
um, I don't think so.
Okay, but yeah, that'll happen. It will. It's just Halo's been addicting. I didn't. I wanted Halo to be good, so this was kind of like a nice dream come true situation. So I just really have gotten into that because I haven't really gotten into Halo. This is like a nice
To be fair,
nostalgic
I'd,
trip.
I'd probably be playing Halo more if my computer wasn't shit.
Yeah, if it wasn't more of a potato than it needed to be for Halo, but it's been really good. I've enjoyed it, and at some point I'll hit a wall. That's where I'll stop. Slow down. Okay, let's get into news. The first item on the list is we have TSM news. Okay,
Mhm.
so we're talking about TSM. Let's go to it. Okay, so this was reported. God, was it yesterday? I think it was
Oh,
yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. It was reported that TSM CEO and founder uh, Reginald is an asshole,
he's a bully.
and all I have to say is, what a surprise! What a
What a
surprise!
surprise.
I it, to okay. To be fair, um, I just like I don't know what it is, but like they're just like whenever stuff like this comes out, where like the executives are just like a complete asshole, I'm just not shocked about it. I'm just like, well, yeah, of course he is. The team has been incredibly successful. He hasn't really had any issues getting any funding. They've never like really struggled as a brand. So of course he's gonna keep being the same way he always is. Which if he was an asshole before, he's not gonna stop being an asshole when things are working. So anyway, uh, this was amid anonymous accusations or allegations, excuse me, allegations from staff, former staff, current staff, and they're remaining anonymous because they're afraid of their job security, which is fair. According to some of the allegations, he would tell people they're stupid to their face. He would spend an hour talking about how dumb people are. He would yell at people during meetings, telling them they're stupid. He basically do everything you're actually not supposed to do. It's like you're not supposed to do any of the things he's doing, and he's doing. So I, I just that was like the short version of this. The article goes into a lot more detail regarding what he was doing, but he was just he wasn't. I don't think there was anything regarding physical abuse, but it was more just like he was bullying people and he was telling them they're dumb and stupid to their faces. He would spend hours and hours at a time doing that. He would call them after work and yell at them and tell them it was like that verbal abuse and bullying, not anything, nothing physical from what I've seen so far. So, whole article talks more about it. Riot Games is investigating. I mean, of course they're investigating. It's more of a question of like what what happens if he actually like all the allegations are found to be true. Like, what do you do in this situation? Like, okay, you fire him, right? And
Probably. I don't know.
yeah, but here's the thing though that
I
I
mean,
want
he's
to.
the owner. He's the owner of the team.
Yeah, but so what do you? So here's my question though. Like, he's the founder of the team. He has quite a bit of ownership here. He probably doesn't have as much as he did before they got some venture funding. But the thing is, you just like you. How do you fire him? You do. You just say he's not the CEO. He just gets he just gets fired. That's that's it. Like, he still has a board. The rest of the board, I'm sure, could just go, "Hey, you can't. You got to go. You got to resign." Especially if like Riot does find that the evidence is proven. Riot is going to also sanction them in probably a different way. But I mean, even if he like gets fired as CEO, he still has a bunch of equity. Like, he still makes out just fine. Like, that's the thing too, is like the ownership and equity that he has in the team is what really matters.
Yeah.
So
Like they could probably make him step down as a more active role, but they can't force him to sell the team. Like
yeah,
if he wants to keep his shares or equity or whatever it is in the team, they can't force him to sell it.
which would be
Like
the real punishment. That would be a
yeah.
real punishment. Actually, that would be a real serious. But like just telling him to step down, that's like that to me. Like, yes, he loses the position, but that to me is a slap on the wrist, actually, because it's like, okay,
I mean,
well,
they'll probably fine him too,
yeah,
but
that too, I would imagine. But it's just like it's not like he'll be fine. He'll still be fine. So his ego is be blasted if he steps down. Yeah, that's true. No, that is true. But ultimately, like, stepping down isn't as bad as like, oh, you have to sell your own. That would be like a really big. So, Spoon, any like, I kind of spoke the most in this so far, but a- anything like specifically you're thinking about that is for this one? Like, I mean, TSM's like a legacy brand. They've been around a long time. So
yeah. I like how old is Reggie at this point? I don't even know. Is
he's
he in his
29
20s?
or 30.
Almost 20. I was gonna say, yeah, he's in like his upper 20s, something like that, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's another case of, you know, another upper executive. Basically, people are too afraid to call them out, and they're just taking advantage of their power. And part of it could be, immaturity. He was, a kid when he probably founded the team, and they started in league and all that. But you know, it seems like Reggie needs to grow up a little bit. Again, I don't know him personally, obviously, or very much about him, to be honest, other than what I saw when he played on TSM, which was a long time ago now. But
Yeah.
just more examples of just like abuse of power, and people just not being held accountable for their actions because they're in a position of power.
Yeah. Well, in this case, in this particular case, people are finally coming forward, but they have to do it anonymously
Yeah.
because like the big fear is always I'm going to get fired for doing it. Which if you did get fired for doing it, probably just go after them. But TSM's been around. He founded it, and I think they said he founded it when he was okay. So 9 years. Let's just say it's 9 years. Um, I I think that the product of this is simply like the, this is the simplest explanation for this. Look, he's been doing it since he was 20. It hasn't failed him yet. So if he's going to be an asshole at one point and he's doing well doing it, why would you ever change doing what you're doing? So that's like, I think that's just
Yep.
literally the thought process. It's like, well, me being an asshole gets results, but that's not actually like the truth. That's not the nugget of truth in that. But like people think that way. Oh well, if I'm a dick, like, and it's working, like just gonna keep doing it. But that's but the problem is like it's like you're not like necessarily reading between the lines. You're just taking at face value that you think being an asshole is working. It's probably something else. It's like it's probably because your team was good, or it's probably because the people working for you are doing an excellent job, or there's probably something else going on. Being an asshole though is definitely not the reason why things are working. I just I can't get over that, and I think that is exactly what's going on. And I hope something happens if it is true. I hope something happens. I hope that gets more than a slap on the wrist for that, because that's like potentially 9 years of it.
Yep.
It's like wow, just let it go for 9 years. Um. Anyway, any other thoughts on Reggie being a douchebag?
Nope.
Okay. Uh. Well, Humankind. We're gonna talk Humankind. Uh. First DLC for Humankind. Spoon. Cultures of Africa. Available for pre-order. Coming out 20th.
Yep. Next
Okay.
Thursday.
Coming out the 20th. More cultures from Africa. Each era is getting a culture. Um, various different culture types. So we have, um, we have some expansionists. We have several agrarian cultures. Looks like we got a
3.
merchant and a militarist culture in there. So there's some variety. There's some. No science culture in there. I noticed. Um, there's probably one other I'm missing. Is there like an influence based missing?
No, there's
Expansion.
3. There's 3 agrarian, an expansionist, a merchant, and a militarist.
Right, but there's no science based one. There's no scientific one.
There are scientific cultures.
No, no, I for this DLC.
Oh no, not for the
Yeah,
DLC, but I
I'm
mean in
specifically
general.
talking about the DLC. There's no scientific culture for this. I'm just pointing it out, like what's missing. But there's like some good variety. Um, and adding events and wonders also comes with the DLC. And the DLC comes out to a whopping $8.99. However, Spoon, you said it was discounted 10%.
Yeah. So
Um,
it's $8. It's $9 usually. It's $8 if you buy
okay,
an or 8.10.
so
Sorry.
you save $1.
You save 90 cents.
Yeah, there you go. So okay, first off, my first comment is I think that's a good price.
Yeah, I think it's really reasonable as well. It's $9. Like not very much.
I think it's reasonable. That's why the first thing I thought was like that seems like a reasonable price. Um, especially for adding like a culture to each era. plus some events, plus some wonders.
I mean, it's 10% more cultures than the game had at
Yeah,
start. Like each era has 10. So, or sorry, yeah, each era has 10.
yeah.
So there's
Um,
60 cultures in the game. You're adding six more. There's 66 now.
yep. And I'm sure that like let's see, the game released October, right?
August,
August, really?
August.
So that's first DLC coming out a couple months like this, like 4 months after, a little bit more than 4 months actually. Pretty good timing actually. Pretty good timing on that. Um, I mean, what do you think about the addition of these cultures and all that coming in at like $9? We'll just say $9 for now.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's a good price. I think it's a fair price. They're at least in the past, I think their DLCs tended to be a little more substantial than this. This one is it's not very much. It's six new cultures to the game. It's four natural wonders and one buildable wonder.
Okay.
Um so yeah, the only buildable wonder was the Great Mosque, I think, the Great Mosque of Djinn, or
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Gen, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, and then you have four natural wonders, Lake Natron, Mount Kilimanjaro, Victoria Falls, and Zuma Rock.
Yep.
Um, and then some new, I don't know, something like 15 more like narrative events or something, which is it's nice. It adds some variety to the game, but it's just not a very substantial DLC. Um, I'll be curious as to see if there's going to be another patch that comes along with this DLC, another patch that adjusts some more things
Okay.
in the game. They've made some nice changes up to this point. Obviously the game is better than when it released, but you know, some of the bigger things that we talked about still aren't fixed. Like religion is still basically the same as it
Okay.
was. They made a few minor adjustments to it, some balance things, but there's still like you still can't earn any fame from religion, which I think is one of the biggest problems with it. Um, yeah.
Okay.
Um, and
I
then they made some other changes. They made like the expansionist cultures, or it's way easier to get the expansionist stars now. They reduce the number of territories it requires
yeah.
to get those expansionist stars. So expansionist cultures are actually really good now. Early in the game, like in the ancient era, like each star is one territory. So if you get three territories attached, you get the gold star for the expansionist
Oh,
in the first
wow.
area. So it's really easy
That's
now, actually.
really
It
easy to
goes
do.
it goes more and like it scales up like the later in the eras you go. But yeah, early
Yeah.
on, expansionist is really powerful. It's really easy to stack up fame with expansionist stars now.
Yeah,
In the
that
early
seems
eras.
ridiculous. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Um, okay. Well, I think it's a good DLC. I mean, like $9, you get you get more cultures, so there's some replayability value back beyond what you already had. Depends on how the cultures end up, you know, looking when you actually play them. But I think it's ultimately good, and I think a lot of their focus has been trying to clean up the game more and add some balance. So I can understand, a DLC not being as comprehensive as the game needed some more. So I'm like obviously I'm not used to their other games, but I'm largely um, excited about this.
Hmm.
So I think at some point I'll actually look to pre-order the DLC,
Yeah,
and that'll be a good
com-
excuse to play it again.
comes out
Um,
in like a week. It comes out in like a week. It's a week from
yeah,
tomorrow. So.
yeah, next Thursday it seems. So I'll have to hop on that, get that set up, and give it a shot. Haven't played a long time. So any other thoughts regarding Humankind's first DLC?
Nope, I think yeah, that's about it. Again, I'm interested to see whether it's kind of just gonna be this, or if they're gonna have like a patch along with it that has some more balance changes in it. They haven't said about that yet, so we'll see.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Next, we have Pokemon Arceus dropped an official adventure trailer. Um, I'm not gonna play the audio,
Probably a good idea.
so here it is. Maybe there's like I don't know if there was like actual. Oh yeah, so here there was some like narration here. So this is just like official trailer of the game showing some of the views. Um, they didn't really this isn't really a deep dive into gameplay or anything. Just kind of like showing off the game, a little bit of what you may or may not do. They've had trailers like this, like not exactly like this in the past, but somewhat similar. Um, so this came out 2 days ago, and this game comes out
In a
uh
couple of weeks.
yeah, a couple weeks. I think at the end they show the actual date. But I think it's end of this month, so there it is. There was available January 28th, Pokemon Legends Arceus for the Switch. Um, that was the trailer. It was pretty short, but game's coming out really soon, so it was kind of expected that some kind of last trailer would show up. I watched this. I'm I know that there are people that are excited about this. I'm actually not particularly excited about it. I'm lukewarm on it. But I'm okay. I'm okay to be surprised that it is a wonderful game. Okay with that. But I personally don't feel super excited about it. So my take is I'm gonna just patiently wait. It'll never go on sale, but I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've talked about it in the past. I think this game could be really cool and has a lot of potential. The game doesn't look exceptionally good. Unfortunately, it's a Switch game. Um, but that's always going to be the case with Nintendo. Pokemon is never going to be on anything else. I guess it's on mobile a little bit with some mobile games,
Yep.
but Pokemon is never going to be on PC
No.
basically,
Never. Never.
or the
Never.
other
Never.
or the other consoles. So it's
No.
either going to be
Never.
Switch or mobile. That's going to be your only option. So
Yeah.
or well, I guess they don't have another handheld console anymore, but when they did, DS. But um, yeah, I mean the game doesn't like visually it doesn't look exceptional. I think it looks decent for a Switch game. Um, there are definitely better looking Switch games out there. I think, including better looking open world games. We all know I'm not the biggest fan of Breath of the Wild, but I think Breath of the Wild blows this game out of the water in visuals.
Yes, it does. Yes, it
And
does.
that game came out like 5 years ago almost now. So um, yeah, I don't know. Um, but I think it has potential to be fun. Um, we'll see. We'll see. We still don't know a lot about the gameplay. We've said that it's all going to be about you know exploring and catching Pokemon and building the very first Pokedex basically
Right.
of this region. Um, so I think it has a lot of potential to be fun and really fun to just like explore the region and catch Pokemon, and the battles look a little different than what we're used to. We don't exactly know the specifics of how the battles are going to work. I assume it's going to be similar to Pokemon, but probably a twist here or there.
Sure.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I think the game has a lot of potential, and we'll just kind of have to see once it comes out. Um, People have been asking for this open world Pokemon idea for a very long
It's
time, and
yeah.
they're finally doing it.
It
So
feels
hopefully,
like ever since like something like Skyrim, something like that came out. Like every time we see an open world game like Skyrim, like Breath of the Wild, we're like, well, where's the Pokemon version? And here it is. Um, yeah, like I said, I'm super lukewarm on it. I this is basically the shot that I looked at, and I was like, okay, this is a really not so pretty game. Um, I just like I can just it's just like that's why I'm lukewarm on it. I'm really interested to see how all this stuff piles together, and I'm not super sure. So I'm gonna be really keen on watching other people and then making my own conclusions from what I see from them. But as far as like getting this day one or anything like that, I'm not completely sold on. But
yeah,
I know it's not gonna go on sale. I can't just wait. Is
Pokemon never goes on
it's
sale.
Nintendo. Nintendo doesn't do that. Their first party games don't go on sale. Um, so it's never gonna be like discounted. So I'm not gonna get that opportunity. But yeah, I'm just not there with this one. I'm really not. I want to be. I want an open world Pokemon game. So I'm like I'm kind of there with that kind of like anticipation. But I'm still super concerned about how this game is gonna look. But we'll see. I
Yeah,
I
and I
think
guess
if your open world game like
performance.
visually looks
perf-
like ass or like it doesn't look good and the performance isn't good, it like will completely.
Yeah, but that's one thing to be seen as well if the performance is not
Yeah.
very good either. Because
If
we
the
did see that like the very first trailer. It's looked a lot better since that first trailer. The first trailer they showed for this game, the performance was terrible, and it looked even worse than it does now, I think.
it looked
So
much worse than now. Like now, I mean, if this is actual like gameplay footage here, it looks much better, obviously. But like every time like I look at this game, I'm just like, I wish this wasn't a Switch game.
yep.
Every time I look at it, I only thing I can think of is, gosh, I wish this was on a different system. Because then you could really push the game quality. Also, the other thing that sucks about these kinds of games, you can't really mod them. It's really cool when you can mod open world games. Like the reason why Skyrim still exists is because of mods. This is the reason.
Yep. And they keep re-releasing it again and again and
That
again.
too, but the mods really keep it alive.
Yep.
So that kind of thing just like really enhances. You can't really mod a game like this. So I mean, like obviously Nintendo would never allow that. What? Just not official? Okay, yeah, you can't officially do it, but like I want an official selection of mods, something like that. But like yeah, people of course are gonna do that. But you know what I mean? Like this can't be officially modded. So um, I don't know. Like with open world games, I appreciate those ones that have that support. This game is good. That's like a bonus for me. So okay. Um, anything else with Pokemon Legends Arceus?
Nope. I
Oh,
think we'll just have to see.
I just hope it performs well. That's all. I just want it to perform. Okay.
That's
Oh God. Okay. We have to hold on. I do have to find the website for this. So give me a second. So this is the Konami celebrates Castlevania's 35th anniversary with NFTs thing. Okay. So let me just show this. So here's the actual page of the NFTs just for viewing. So this here's one. So I'm gonna click this one just for. So have there been any bids? Oh, there have been bids. People have bid on this. I don't even know what this currency is here. W Ethereum. So this is Ethereum, right? Like what's WEH? Is that Ethereum? I don't even know what this converts to. $946. Is that actually the amount? Somebody paid $946 for this. That can't be right. Is it? No way. Hold on. That's the conversion? So somebody's trying to buy this for $946.82? Am I reading that right? God, I hope not. That is correct. Why? Why are they bidding that much for this? Okay, I'm sorry. We'll have to dive into that further later. So and for Castlevania's 35th anniversary, we get NFTs. Not a game, not like a collection of games or any of that shit. You get some NFTs. So if you want some pictures and videos, Spoon, bam, get in there, and it only costs you $1,000
$1,000 for a 5-second GIF.
for a video. For a video that lasts 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Gorgeous.
Oh, it's actually a 2-minute, but it looks like it's the same thing looping over and over again to me.
Is it the same thing over? It's technically not. At the end, I think it loops. I think it loops at the end.
Yeah, okay. It's longer than I thought, but still, that's trash. Like,
No, it's butt.
re- regardless. I mean,
It's butt.
Konami Konami is not salvageable at this point. They are fully off the deep end with nonsense. I thought their thing was pachinko machines, but I guess they saw NFTs and like, yeah, we'll get in on that too, and we'll slap, I guess Castlevania this time. This is the shit they're gonna decide to smear across their beloved franchises.
Uh,
I wish Konami would like sell all of their video game franchises to somebody else and just let
Somebody who
other
cared.
people make games, and yeah, somebody who cares about their video game franchises, and then they can just fuck off and do whatever they want.
Yeah,
Like,
really. Like I wish that too. I really wish that because Castlevania is a beloved IP that I wish was taken care of. So apparently, um, commemoration of the 35th anniversary of the Castlevania series, NFTs featuring game scenes, BGM, and newly drawn art from the Castlevania series has been issued. There will be one copy of each NFT available for bidding. My favorite part of this, though, is and then infinite copies for everyone with a right mouse click. Um, and you can see all this, blah blah. And by the way, that's not even like false. I actually downloaded this video. I actually figured out how to do it. You can't actually
mhm.
right click on this, but if you have any brain and you understand how websites work, you can actually inspect the website, grab the source for the video that where it's being hosted, copy it, download the hosted source of the video, and then use it for your own leisure. And I can prove that right now. I am now a proud owner of an NFT, and I did this for the lulz because I wanted to prove how fucking stupid this is. Here it is. Here is my proud. I am the proud owner of Bloody Tears NFT, and it took me 30 seconds to do that. Aren't I awesome? I'm a proud
Yep.
owner of a $900 piece of video shit. The only thing I don't have is a receipt, but who gives a fuck? So, yeah, there you go. You'll be entitled to have your desired nickname listed as the first purchaser of the NFT on our website. Oh, somebody should have, man. I don't even think it's a meme to do. It's like buy it and then put "fuck Konami" as your nickname.
Yep. Fuck Konami.
Fuck Konami, or like eat my ass Konami as your nickname. That wouldn't even be funny because it's way too expensive. But you do own an NFT, so there's that, and it's unique. I don't know. Like there's like this like question answer section at the bottom, and it's just like the whole thing is just silly. I don't. I mean, like I get why game companies are doing this. They reserve the right to not accept my nickname. Okay, well, I reserve the right to have their NFT in my Google Drive. So there's that. Um, but yeah, so I just like I understand why game companies are doing this because they like money, but this is like stupid. It, if any person can tell me the value add of having a game related NFT, I'll buy an NFT. If you can prove to me that NFTs are a value add on to any game, I will buy an NFT. But I guarantee there is no single person that can prove it because there's no value. I just don't get it. I don't get it. It's a it's a picture. I don't even get the ones where it's like the stupid, ugly, like monkey ones that people keep putting on Twitter because they bought it. Anytime I see somebody with a Twitter profile of that monkey picture, I just immediately think they're an idiot. I'm like, oh, okay, so you're an idiot. Got it. I just like don't get it. I just don't get it. It's so dumb. Yeah, there's no value in this video, by the way. I can download it. I have it. And then I could easily copy it and redistribute it as much as I fucking wanted. And there you go. There's no more value in it. It's stupid. Except for the fact that I
Yep.
don't have an official receipt. Whatever. But who cares? It's a video. It I just oh god, Spoon.
Yep. Nope, I don't get it either. NFTs are dumb. I don't know.
There's no saving this too. Tell us how I really like I just there's just no they just don't help games. Every time somebody's like, let's just put an NFT in the game, it's like, okay, but why? But why? Who cares? Well, why would we put that in there? It doesn't actually add anything to it. It's stupid. I don't get it. So here you go. If you're really interested in buying Castlevania NFTs for I don't even know what the fuck these are. What are these? What even is this? What is this thing? Axe versus Phantom Bat. Oh my god. Oh god. It's just a video of Simon Belmont throwing an axe at a bat. Oh god. Oh. And somebody paid $500 for that. Oh god. Spoon, I can't do it anymore. I think I'm done. I
You
I
see,
I'm ready to leave the planet.
if I wanted that, I would just go to YouTube and look up a video of somebody playing through that game and watch it.
I,
That's
I'm
it.
I just like oh my god. Like I think we need to leave the planet. I think we need to go somewhere else. I think that coupled with the stuff that I've seen on the Elon Musk tunnel, the Tesla tunnel,
Yeah,
I'm ready to leave now.
the vacuum tunnel.
The vacuum tunnel that's actually just a hazard.
Yeah.
It just provides no benefit. Oh my god. I yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the funny part about this story the thing that I find a little bit funny about this story is that a bunch of companies have been like, they had like investor calls or they had announcements. Like Square had the announcement from like their president or whatever that was like, yeah, NFTs, blah blah blah, we're excited, etc. etc.
Yeah.
Investor call bullshit. I think Ubisoft was maybe hopping on this train a little bit too. Talk about NFTs. A couple different game companies. We have some quotes from different executives about like them thinking about implementing this. Konami didn't even talk about it. They just boom,
They just did
Castlevania
it.
35th, it's in there. We got NFTs. You want to pay us $1,000 for this dog shit? Here you go. Have fun.
It's
Konami don't give a fuck,
they
dude. They don't.
don't. They don't. I imagine somebody did some research on NFTs at Konami, and I swear to God, they're probably really happy they weren't wearing sweatpants because they were rock
They
hard.
were rock
They're
hard.
like, oh my God,
Oh my goodness.
we can sell people garbage and they'll pay $500
It's even
for it.
better than pachinko machines.
Oh
Oh
my
god.
God. It's like when EA saw loot boxes for the first time. They're like, oh God. They just had the biggest erection. Like it's just all these companies. It's like Ubisoft. I fully expected them to do it. Uh, yeah, you can only buy it with cryptocurrency. Also, it
Yeah.
has to be done with cryptocurrency with Ethereum. I
Yeah, so if you're not already a scumbag Ethereum miner, you're probably not getting in on this.
no, you're
Like,
not. I just like you're like it's just like I just don't. Oh. Anyway, I've lost faith in. I've lost some faith in. I can't do it. I have nothing. I have no more to say. Do you have anything else to say?
fuck Konami.
Yeah, just stay. Yeah. That's actually it. Screw Konami. Okay. Mario Kart 9 is reportedly in development with a new twist, and Nintendo could be set to tease the game this year. What's the twist? Oh, could be. There's
They
no.
don't,
They don't
they
even
don't
say the twist yet. Obviously,
they don't know what the twist is. They're saying it's gonna have a new twist
it's gonna have a
because, you
twist.
know.
Oh, is it that the internet will work? Is it that the internet will work? Actually, I bet that's the twist. I bet that'll be the twist. Is that, hey,
Twist
Mario
is
Kart
the
9?
online service might work, but you have to pay
You
$25 a
you need to
month.
pay an extra
So
$30 for the online service to work. But I already pay for that. They always have a twist. There's a twist. No, guys, there's a twist. The Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is still selling very well, but Mario Kart 9 is in active development. I can't wait for them to share that twist. I'm super excited.
the
Can't
twist is
wait.
that there's NFTs on all the
There's
tracks.
NFTs on the tracks. No, if that was the twist, I oh my god.
The item to
Oh.
pick up an item, you have to buy an NFT. Blue shell NFT.
Go ahead and tell us your Ethereum. What? I'm sorry. What? Give us your Ethereum. I don't have it though. Oh well, then you don't get the shell. You don't get the green shell. It's like, well, what the fuck? I just like, okay. Ugh. Don't worry. Mario Kart 9's in development, and there's going to be a twist. It's like, okay, well, it's a new game. I hope there's a twist. I hope there's something different. I hope you didn't just prepackage the same game and call it Mario Kart 9.
I mean, Mario Kart 8 was pretty freaking good. So
Mario Kart 8 was pretty freaking good. So if they did just prepackage it and put a 9 on it, I mean, there you go. But yeah, there's going to be a twist. Can't wait. I can't wait for the twist of NFTs in Mario Kart.
hmm
But yeah, I don't know. I have nothing to say. I'm curious. I am curious. Mario Kart
well,
8's been out for a minute. You know, it's been out for a minute. So
yeah, Mario Kart 8 released on the Wii U. Let's not forget that. Like
it's been out for a minute.
they technically have not had a new Mario Kart game on the Switch. They re-released Mario Kart 8 as deluxe.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Should be interesting. I can't wait for the twist.
When do you think the next Shadow Drop Nintendo Direct is gonna be where they talk about all their games?
Uh when they talk specifically about Mario Kart or just the next Shadow
I
Drop?
don't no, whenever the next
Oh,
Nintendo Direct is, yeah,
I think it'll be at the beginning of next.
beginning of next month.
I
All
think
right,
it'll be beginning of Feb.
I think it'll be this month sometime actually.
I think it'll be beginning of Feb. And they're gonna give us the 4 a.m. tweet of, "Hey guys, we're doing a direct.
In 3 hours.
We're doing a direct in 3 hours." It's like, fuck, on. Give us 24 hours notice. Give us 48, please. Like, hey, did you know there's a direct right now? No, you never said anything. Oh, yeah, you should come over. Anyway, I think there's going to be a direct next month. If there wasn't, if it was earlier, sure. That makes sense. I think that everybody's coming back from the holidays now, so there should be some activity near the end of this month at some point. Okay. Uh, the last bit of news we have is fans of Red Dead Online are really mad because Rockstar cares about Grand Theft Auto more.
hmm
And I only have this to say. Grand Theft Auto makes a fuck ton of money. Red Dead Online doesn't.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but they're going to put all their effort into the Grand Theft Auto 5 game. It's it is the unfortunate reality because Red Dead Online just it's just not making as much. It's just not. So they were most specifically they were upset because they're this like major event that's happening in Red Dead Online is an experience point event, which is like a weekend event type thing. But they just extended it for a whole month. So people are really that's what people are upset about. They're like, okay, you guys are just taking events that are supposed to be weekend events and just making them a whole month now. But again, like it's just like, and I know somebody was like, re- neglecting Red Dead Online for an 8-year-old outdated game known as GTA Online. Okay, but because GTA Online makes way too much money.
Yep.
That's why. It doesn't matter if it's outdated. It makes a lot of money. So I just that's That's what people were upset about, and I'm just like, well, yeah, because GTA 5 does well. Uh, it's like Titanfall people being mad, Apex got attention. Yeah, it is similar to that. It is similar to that to in some respect, but I would say that Red Dead Online really hasn't been out that long. Titanfall 2 has been out, for a bit. So like I think it's in that case it's actually more reasonable if we're just talking about like one thing's new and shiny compared to the other. In this case, it's just like GTA 5 just makes a shit ton of money.
Yep.
It just doesn't matter. Like Red Dead Online is the newer thing, but GTA Online
But
just makes it's
it
just
didn't catch on like GTA
no,
did.
yeah,
So
didn't. So I'm yeah, is it's like not surprising that they're not going to give as much attention to Red Dead Online. I mean, if you like playing it, I'm sorry that you're getting burned, but that's that's what's happening. Is Rockstar is actually putting all of its nuggets into GTA. That's what's going on. I would be surprised if they ever made a non GTA game. I would genuinely be surprised.
yeah.
I would actually be really interested if that happened. So okay. Any other stuff about? I know you didn't have much, you know, on this one, but any other thoughts on the Red Dead Online? No, Rockstar doesn't give a shit about it. Post.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, then that's where we're gonna pause the news here. So we'll be moving on to our game favorite games discussion. So this portion of it will be cut off right here, and let's move to the other overlay. Okay, let me close all these tabs. So last year there was a few games that came out. Um,
A few.
some were fun, others sucked a fart. You know, these things happen. It's like movies. It's the same thing with movies. It's like any entertainment. Sometimes you get a really awesome, like unbelievable experience in the movie theater, totally surprises you and blows you away. You get like Marvel's Avengers 2012 kind of movie. And then sometimes you get a Conjuring movie that is so bad you wished you'd stubbed your toe at the movie theater. You'd wished because it would have at least given you some kind of jolt of adrenaline. So this year, Spoon, I feel like I know which some games you really liked, but do you want to start with a few games that you really liked? Does it have to be a game you've played? Can you talk about games that you didn't play, but you liked watching or you felt like were good?
I mean, all the games that I'm thinking about, I've played,
Okay.
and with the exception of, well, yeah, I have like a, I have a top five
Okay.
basically. They're
Go
all
ahead.
games that I played. I guess I haven't necessarily finished all of them.
Sure. That's fine. I
Um,
think that's totally fine if you haven't. I do think that if you haven't completed the game, it's fine to at least say, look, I haven't completed it, but what I've played is amazing, kind of thing. So let's start with your top five. Give me some of your top five. Give me a couple of them. Maybe not number
all right,
one, but give me like a couple.
yeah, I'll just start from the bottom. Um, Number five, we talked about it already on the podcast today, but number five for me is Humankind. I despite its flaws and its issues at release, I was really looking forward to it, and I think it's a um, really fun 4X game. A lot of good ideas, a lot of yeah, just a lot of good ideas. It's
Yeah,
fun to play, good diversity in the strategies, and the way you can mix and match the cultures. A lot of good options for customizing the map. Um, and yeah, I mean, I just think it's just a So it was a fun time,
It was.
and
I agree.
while it did disappoint me in some respects, um, I think yeah, I think it was a really good game, and it was a lot of fun. So
I agree. I agree. I liked it.
except for
Um,
the Huns.
okay, let's not bring that up. Let's not bring up the Huns. You'll start to make me regret saying that it was good.
Say
Uh,
that you agree.
I mean,
Yeah.
once I figured out the game, the Huns weren't as bad, but it's just like, okay, would you enjoy being a kid going to the beach and having the bullies stomp on your castle every time you went? No, you get pissed.
No. Yeah.
You get annoyed. And that was me. I was a little child at the beach getting their sandcastle stomped on. And I got tired of it.
Yep.
Um, okay. Do you want to, let's go back and forth. I'll give one. I'd actually like to know what other people's is. The try and ghost and all that. I'd like to know what your guys' is too. I'm very curious. For other people's as well. I don't have an order. I just want to talk about games that I liked. I obviously liked This isn't a new game, but I liked Mass Effect's Legendary Edition. I just want to talk about Mass Effect One though. I don't want to have any conversation about Mass Effect Two. Those are ultimately the same game. Mass Effect One is not the same game. They made some really good changes to it. I was pleasantly surprised at what they did fix and update. Mass Effect One's Legendary Edition version is really, really good. It is probably the best Mass Effect now. For me, even like we know that like the combat before was really poor. It, and like Mass Effect One's graphics obviously are not as good as two, but it is in my opinion the best all around game. It's obviously got the good story, but now it actually has good like decent combat, and the gun mechanics actually work. So that's a huge bonus. So I'm I was definitely stoked about Mass Effect's Legendary Edition's Mass Effect. That was like a really, really good. Even though it's not a new game, it is a remaster of a game, and it looks like they actually put effort into it. Which again, that was shocking to me because I don't actually expect much from Bioware anymore. So that was really nice. That for me was nice. I was.
Hmm.
I mean, like Humankind's great too. Like games like that are great, but like Mass Effect was a nice nugget for me. That was really great. So I'm going with that as one of my five or ish or something like that. That was a good one.
Hmm. Yeah. So for me, number four. Again, I haven't finished it yet, but I'm getting there. Number four is going to be Shin Megami Tensei 5. Um, Otto, I was telling you about it the other day, and I think it hits on a lot of things. The game is generally it's just really fun to play. The combat's really fun. It's I wouldn't really say it's open world, but there's most of the exploration is you're just in this kind of big, like expansive, apocalyptic city areas, and there's a lot of stuff to find, a lot of fighting to do. And yeah, it's all about just exploring this apocalyptic landscape and defeating demons and finding out what happened. And in the end, as in most SMT games, you are kind of like given the option of how to there's a number of I'm not there yet again, but I'm kind of getting there. You're given choices in the ending on how to remake the world. Do you agree with the way that, you know, the the god of this world made it the way that it was? Do you side with like more a chaotic society or, something else? Usually there's like a law, chaos, and like a neutral ending.
Sure.
So, um, yeah, I think it's everything you'd want out of an SMT game. It has, the music's good, the combat's fun. It's really fun fusing demons and min-maxing your party and your setup. Um, I think where it kind of misses for me as far as JRPGs goes, it's just very light on the story and the characters. I don't really care about any of the characters. They're just kind of there. You just don't see them enough. You don't see them develop.
Yep.
Um, 'Cause yeah, most of the game is just roaming the apocalyptic landscapes and fighting. Um, there's a few like moments in the story that I think are supposed to be more heavy, a few like character deaths that happen and stuff like that, and I don't know, they end up ringing a little hollow because it's just like, yeah, I didn't really care
Yeah, you
very
didn't know
much
much
about that
about him. Yeah.
character. Yeah, I don't
This is
know
like
very
the
much
game.
about him, so um and some people like that, like the story light element about SMT, but as far as like JRPG, when I play a JRPG, I want a good balance of like story and gameplay. SMT really hits on the story. I don't say it, I'm sorry, well, it hits on the gameplay. I
Yeah.
don't say it misses on the story, it's just very light.
Okay.
There's just not a lot of it. Um, and it takes until like, I don't know, 3/4 of the way through the game for like much of anything to happen.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, it's fun game.
Yeah. I'm. I'll probably talk about disappointing games too, because like there are some games that I wanted better. At some point, I'll
Yeah.
probably mention at
Wait,
some point.
wait. Yeah, we can go into that too.
Yeah, not now though. But I know I have like a couple that I was like I'm still really sore about. Didn't even come out necessarily this year. Um, so I think I have a couple that like I don't think are like I don't think there was like for me that many new games that I played that I thought were like stupendous for me. But there were some that I just enjoyed. So like there's a couple games that I just enjoyed. I just enjoyed Back for Blood. I don't want to say it's a really amazing game. It's not, but it's a very simple game, and it kind of accomplishes what it needs to do, which is you play with some friends, you do a full playthrough, you just have fun together, and that's about it. And if you want to play more, you could, but most of the I think the first playthrough I think was just really fun to play. I do appreciate that. And then another game that I think was just like not stupendous but fun was Darkest Dungeon 2. It had its early release, um, its early access. So Darkest Dungeon 2 was just like fun, but I don't think it's stupendous. I think it's just fun. So that's another one that I liked, but not a ton. I I know it's early access, so there's more stuff to come. But what I experienced was like not addicting enough for a roguelike, if that if that makes sense. If you're a roguelike that's not like immensely addicting to the point
Yeah,
where you just want to play it all the time, you might have a problem at some
good,
point.
good, good roguelike should always want you to make you want to come back for more and like get a little further or complete another run and get more of whatever the meta currency is to like
Right.
get stronger or
And
whatever. Like,
the main issue was there's only one run. So I'll say it was good. I'll say it was fun, but I really hope there's more coming. Really hope there's more coming. Like once you figure out how to do it, it's like okay, but now you can just do it every time, and there no longer becomes challenge because you basically have to nerf yourself for challenge. So Dark Dungeon 2 is also one of those. So like those are two games. I know it's two games, but neither of them was stupendous. They were fun. Uh, so those are I know it was two, not one, but those are two that I wanted to talk about.
okay, so yeah, number three for me is I'm pretty sure it's your number one, but number three for me is Halo Infinite. Um, I think 343 for the most part, at least on the gameplay side, they knocked it out of the park with this one. The game is one of the best feeling Halos since like Halo 3. Best gameplay. Obviously, I haven't played much of the campaign, but the bit I did play of it, I could definitely see the fun and the potential in it. Spider Chief and
Yep.
combat. It's just fun, solid shooter combat. And the multiplayer is really fun too. we've discussed the issues with the multiplayer and their ongoing sort of changes that they've been making with the microtransactions and the challenges and et
Yep.
cetera, et cetera. We don't really need to go into that anymore, and the client's a little rough too, but at the base of Halo Infinite is really fun, like cl- mostly classic Halo gameplay with a few extra bells and whistles that they've thrown in there
Yeah.
this time. And I think they 343 on the gameplay aspect pretty much nailed it. It was about as much as I could ask for from 343 after two kind of swings and misses on 4 and 5. Um, they I think they finally got it right with Infinite. So
Yeah, I agree. Um, yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I'll piggyback. I don't know. Like, it could be number one, really could be. But Halo Infinite was really good. We already talked about it last week a lot, so I'm not going to necessarily go into detail. But it's good. I talked about it earlier. I find myself currently addicted to it, which is good. I haven't necessarily been bored playing it. I haven't continued my legendary campaign any further, but I do want to. Um, legendary is a good challenge. It's a good challenge. It's not like impossible or anything like that, but it is challenging. So it's been really good. I I've been really happy with what we've gotten. My only fundamental issue with this game is the client. The client is really bad. Whew, it's bad. Um, I think that client, it's better than on release, shockingly, but still bad. The fact, here's one thing that really holds this back: BTB, Big Team Battle, doesn't work. 20% of the time, we'll find a game.
yep.
Like, it's been like this for a while. It hasn't. It's not even like a 1 week issue. It's been like this for multiple weeks. Big team
Yeah,
battle can't be played,
I feel like they should have fixed it by now, but I think the biggest problem with what happened with Big Team Battle is like they threw that last patch down where they changed the challenges again, and then they like, okay, we're going on vacation for 2 weeks, and it's been broken since then,
and it's been
basically.
broken since then.
So
Correct.
like,
And they're like, it's just
it's
like if you get a challenge for big team battle, you have to swap it immediately. You
yep,
can't play big team. So uh, Halo Infinite has like definitely has problems, and they like problems that haven't been fixed because of holidays. So I think Halo's definitely in a top 5 list. It has to be. Um, it's too good not to be. I think. Um, let's see. I have probably one more honorable mention for us. I don't know if it's a top fiver, but I like it. We'll see. Age of Empires. Age of Empires is really fun. Age of Empires is fun. It was. It's nice to get RTSs that are really fun, and we don't get those a lot. We don't get them. We don't get them a lot anymore because Fortnite exists, and because Call of Duty Warzone exists, things like that. We don't get RTSs a lot, but we have Age of Empires. It's great. We had another company that did RTSs well, but they shit their pants, so we can no longer
hmm
get RTSs from them. Um, they're busy deciding if Overwatch needs content. You know,
the answer is no. By the way,
somebody had like a thing that's like it's been 800 days since Overwatch 2 was announced or something like that, and I just laughed my ass off. I was like, hey, wow. I just I we really though, like RTSs that are almost to the level of AAA. I mean, Age of Empires is like almost that level. It's like double A plus or whatever. It's really good and it's really fun. It's enjoyable to play with the guys and with friends. It's really great. I think if it doesn't hit a top 5 for me, it's an honorable mention. I can't. I don't play it a lot, but you know, I don't play it a lot because one of the people that we play with, uh, I think he just hates my guts. and he's like, "Ew, I don't want to play with Otto anymore. I don't like playing with him." So he doesn't talk to me
Mhm.
anymore. And it's not Try Courage. It's another friend that I miss dearly. I miss him so. So, um, yeah. Okay, what's your other game?
Yeah, I've got 2 left, and, I think at this point, most people could probably guess. They're both JRPGs. Um, number 2, I think, would make your list as well if you actually did a top 5. Number 2 is Scarlet Nexus. Um,
I don't know.
that game was, again, though I had my issues with both the story and the gameplay in some respects, I think overall it was a really well put together and enjoyable game. I got the platinum trophy in the game. I liked it enough to do the extra grinding at the end that was required to fill out the skill tree, which was a pain in the ass to be quite honest. But
Yeah.
um, I played through both characters, both stories. The second one was like kind of pointless after the first one. You kind of knew everything already, but it was still fun playing the other story. Yeah, I kind of wish that they wouldn't have split it up the way they did and just like in the parts that were split, there would just be like sections where you just flip between playing the two as opposed to having you play through. Because like most of the game was the same, and then there
Yep.
were like 4 chapters in the middle that were split, and it
Yep.
was like okay. So the second playthrough, like 75% of it was the same fucking thing, and then there was a little bit that was different.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah.
so I think they kind of missed on that aspect of it. And there were some kind of ass pulley things and some
Yeah.
plot twists that I didn't love in the story, and some Deus Ex Machina a little bit at the end. But regardless of that, it was really fun. The gameplay was really unique and interesting and fun. It was definitely a different combat system. There were a few bosses here and there that I didn't like, but
Sure.
the uh, the gameplay overall was really fun.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, I think they did a great job with it for like a new IP, a new team built from a couple of different teams within Bandai Namco. I think they did a really good job. I don't know how well it sold initially. When I looked, it didn't look like it was great, but hopefully it did well enough to for them to get another make another game, that team, because I think they did a good job.
Yeah. I'm trying to check here. Um. Trying to check the sales here. Well, according to expect Scarlet Nexus to sell 1 million copies by March 2022. This was in August, so it didn't seem like it sold like was mentioned as having made a good start. And Bandai Namco expects it to pass 1 million shipments by the end of the fiscal year in March 2020. Okay,
Yeah,
it,
I mean,
it hit a
not great,
million. It's not
but it
great,
also
but
doesn't seem like Bandai Namco was disappointed in it, so
if
that's
they
good.
if they weren't
Uh,
disappointed and they felt like okay, we made some profit, then that's good. The game should have sold. Not obviously like we didn't expect it to sell amazing, but it should have sold modestly. And I think 1 million copies sold would be a modest sales figure. Obviously, we don't know how much it costs to make, but like that's a pretty decent sales figure, I think, particularly for the JRPGs. Million sales, you kind of take that as long as you're not like if you're Final Fantasy, though you're probably not happy at
yeah,
all.
that would be trash.
If you're Final Fantasy, you're looking sternly at the team, going, "I guess we have to do NFTs now because you've screwed this up. Now we got to do this." Um, so I think that yeah, no, I'm with you with Scarlet Nexus. That would be on a list as well for me. It was a fun game. I I did Kasane's playthrough first, which was the correct choice apparently.
Yeah.
because
Indeed, Kasane's was way better than Yuito's.
Kasani's was way better. I do think they shouldn't have even had a split campaign. I think it's like interesting in theory, but then in practice, what ended up happening was like, okay, well, these seem just like pretty much the same, like going, um, and just like talking about it, and then like just hearing the Yuito side, you're like, oh well, this side didn't seem as interesting as this one, and you like you're like interacting more with your final villain in the Kasane side, you get a much better understanding of what's going on the Kasane side. Kasane is just interesting, and I think the party on Kasane's side is just better from what I've seen in general. Like just like within like a dynamics. As far as powers go, like you can figure out whose power is better. You can. It was fun. Scarlet Nexus was really fun. I'm with you there. What other game have I not talked about that I wanted to talk? Oh God, there must have been one. Oh crap! I don't know about new games that I thought were really good. I mean, there's still others that I haven't even tried. Like I haven't even tried. I want to try it. I haven't tried the new Far Cry 6, and I wanted to try. There's some games I haven't tried yet that I really want to try. I haven't played it, but I want to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm so happy that Guardians of the Galaxy won a game award. I'm so
Hmm.
happy for that team. I'm so happy for them. I feel really good about them. I'm really excited to play it at some point in the future. From the people that have played it, that I've seen play it and talked about it, the story was great. So I'm really happy and excited for that game. I didn't play it, but I'm not saying it's like better than the games I've played or anything like that, but I think it's like awesome that that game surpassed even our expectations of quality for that. Like we expected it to flop, which it did, but I'm happy it did well. I'm happy it did well. Um, I mean, I know what your favorite game was this year, so
Yeah,
we
you
should
know what
just get
number
right
one
to it.
is.
So it's obvious your favorite game from this year was Tails. So you
Oh, I
thought I was
thought you
going to
were
say
gonna.
something
That,
funny. So you
yeah,
said
I
that
thought you
thought I
were
was
gonna
going to
say
say something
something
funny,
funny.
but what you didn't know was I'm not a funny guy. So it's Tails.
Yeah, it's Tales of Arise.
Okay. Um. Yeah. I mean, like we've talked about it before.
Yeah, we talked about it a lot when it came out. I mean, one of the best action RPG combats I've played in a while. I think they knocked it out of the park with that. There was some issues with the AI, which we talked about, and the like the strategy menu. I think that could use some work. I really liked the characters. The story was good, though the pacing of the story could use some work, especially in the back half. But the game was gorgeous. The music was pretty good, but nothing stellar. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't have much bad to say about it, to be honest. That game was a lot of fun. Another game that I got the platinum trophy on. Took about 70 hours or so. I did all the post game content. Didn't require a second playthrough like Scarlet Nexus did, which was nice.
Yep.
But there was a pretty decent post game after. It was like just enough to keep you entertained. Some challenging boss fights. Fun post game dungeons. Some challenging boss fights. Some boss gauntlets, like a boss gauntlet as well. um, and yeah, I mean, and all your JRPG goodness that you
Yep.
expect. Fun characters, interesting story, power of friendship. Um, they did like a main character romance like relatively well in this game, which they don't usually do.
Hmm?
Usually it's kind of cringy and bleh, but
Come
I
again?
I
Romance? Excuse
I
me.
like I like Alphen and Shion's relationship quite a lot in this game.
They're
Um,
lovers. They become lovers.
yeah, for sure.
Oh my! Do you get to choose that, or is it just? I assume it just happens.
It's not a choice. It
Ah,
it it happens.
just
I mean,
can't they just come to the future and realize that doing that is what makes the big bucks?
you you get the kiss in the end,
Oh, nice.
and in the I think the credits it's not really shown, but in the credits it's like hand drawn of like Alphen and Shion's wedding, basically.
Nice.
It's like
Hot.
yeah.
That's you don't get the
The,
choice. That's tragic. This is This is what bothers me about these JRPGs. They don't get it. Fire Emblem gets it. You just marry them off. You turn it into a harem simulator, and you just marry people off. That's where the money is made.
Stop.
That's where the
Stop.
money's made. You got to do that. They'll figure it out at some point. I'm sure they'll figure it out. That's where the money's made. We all know this. We know this. You know it to be true. Fire Emblem. Some senior person,
Baby making simulator
somebody,
Fire
some
Emblem.
senior person at Fire Emblem's, at the studio was like, "How are we going to salvage this series? It's going down the tubes. It's burning." And Todd, the intern, said, "Why don't we just make all of them have like relationships and babies?" And they tried it because they're like, "Fuck it." And now Todd is the senior designer at the Fire Emblem Studios. So
Except
that's
they didn't
just,
do that with Three Houses, and Three Houses was still good. So
I mean, that's what you think. I mean, you could still like romance and stuff. Like you're still choosing your,
you
as the kids
can,
say,
but
waifu.
yeah, you can still get to choose your waifu, but you don't get to like make super
No, you don't get to
babies.
make super
Like,
babies. Yeah, that was a big mistake. That definitely drew some ire from me. I said, okay, this could have been a 10 out of 10, but you just ruined it. You could have had super babies. Don't even get me started. You know that you were probably calculating on a spreadsheet. Well, these two will make a super
I
baby.
never fucking spreadsheeted it. Okay.
Also, just because some of us were going to spreadsheets and being like, well, if we actually do this, and oh, wait, we can have the main character date Lucina and then look Crom in the eye and be like, hey, Crom, guess what? And that's a super baby right there.
Uh huh.
That's a super baby. So you don't tell me you weren't spreadsheeting that out somewhere. But anyway, the Tails will figure it out. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. They'll figure all this out. These games are free, and it'll be exciting. That was the problem with Xenoblade. They teased you with it too. All the characters kept saying, "I love you,
Rex.
Rex."
Couldn't even remember the fucking main character's name. Look, I get it. Rex isn't a particularly interesting main character, but Jesus, you played the game for like 60 hours and you couldn't remember his name.
Oh my god! I remembered everybody else's name, like Nia. Nia's like, "I love you," and Rex is like, "Hey, I'm hungry. I think I want a cheeseburger for dinner," and it's just like totally ruined. Oh god.
No, Nia's like, Rex, I love you. And Rex is like, I love you too, as a friend.
As a friend, and everyone, and my life was shattered.
Yeah,
And I was
shattered.
like, "Oh, Nia.
Completely shattered.
Oh no. Oh no, 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 Rex. Why would you do her like that? That's horrible. Oh my god. Anyway, I oh my god, that was great. I can't think of any other games like for me that I had the opportunity to try or that I thought about for this year. I, all I can, the only thing I could think of while we're talking about this is God. AC Valhalla was really sad. Oh, that
I
was
mean,
tragic.
that game was the year
Yeah, I
before, but
know, and it still disappoints me.
it's still
And it
disappointing to
still
me.
disappoints me.
AC Valhalla was so disappointing it spilled over into
It spilled
2021.
over into 2021 for me. I'm still disappointed. So I'm just like that's what it is. So I'm I'm still sad about that one. I can't think of any other stuff off the top of my head that I wanted to let to like talk about. I think my favorite game from this year I think is Halo. Like
Yeah.
even if it's not something that I would consider the best game, though I think the ones that I've played like fully enough where I can make a conclusion. I think it is for me. But like but I'm a simple man. I have simple tastes.
Hmm.
And those tastes involve going onto a spreadsheet and crafting super baby theories.
And going shooty bang bang with
And going
Master
shooty shooty
Chief.
bang bang. Yeah, it's going shooty shooty bang bang that isn't Call of Duty. That isn't like Call of Duty or Battlefront 2040. Man, I can't believe neither of us brought up Battlefield 2040. It's a great game. That's
Yeah.
that's tragic. Did you know more people are playing Battlefront 5 now than Battlefront
That
2042?
Battlefield. Battlefield,
Battlefield. That's right.
not Battlefront.
What did you say?
Battlefront was the
Battlefront. Why did you say
Battle.
Battlefront?
Shut the fuck.
Battlefield 2042. I think more people are playing Battlefield 5 now. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad what it's come to. But I will say Battlefield 2042 does have some of the best bugs known to man. It is nice to
Yeah.
see a hovercraft climb the side of a building.
Mm-hmm.
It is cool seeing planes bounce off buildings. See, that's the thing. That's what people don't get. Everybody's complaining about, ooh, character lines are cringy. Ooh, game doesn't work. Ooh, firing the gun doesn't actually shoot bullets in a straight direction. They shoot like curvy bullets. But we're not seeing the hovercrafts going up. That's quality. That should have been the Game Awards.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, I have a couple more honorable mentions that didn't quite make the list. Number, I guess 6 especially is like super close to being in, and Ghost mentioned, and it's East 9.
mm,
East 9 was, I mean, it's another East game. It was really fun.
yep,
Not much else to say about it. Um, Characters and story were pretty good in this one as well.
yep,
Um, and number 7, I'll say Near Replicant as well. Near Replicant, really interesting story. Gameplay could be really frustrating.
yeah.
So, yeah, and this was the updated version that was like made better. I can't even imagine how awful the gameplay was in the original game.
Uh,
Yeah,
others? Were there others or just those two? I'm just
nope.
curious.
Just
Okay,
yeah, those
okay,
those two are the honorable
yeah.
mentions. Near easily could have been game of the year if the game at points wasn't just frustrating to play. There were
Sure.
times when I literally got so frustrated with it, I just stopped playing. I was like, yeah, I'm done with this today. I'm not playing anymore. I'm good.
That's that's not always like. Sometimes that's okay for games, but like that. Sometimes you gotta be careful of that. I don't know. Like, sometimes it's fine, but there are definitely times where like when a game is like that, it's just like that's what Valhalla was for me, but in a bad way. I was like, oh god, I'm just tired of this. Get me out. It's just I don't want this anymore. That's so there's like at least with Nier, like you want to go back to it. With Valhalla, I was like,
Yeah, the story was good enough that I
yeah,
wanted to finish it, but there were times where I needed a break. And there
yeah,
also the game makes you play through the same game like 3 or 4 fucking times to get all the story, and it's just annoying. It's
yeah.
like,
Okay,
okay, I don't need to play through the same game again.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm with you.
Do you want to go on the other end now? Disappointing games.
Oh
I know you
god,
mentioned it.
I mean Battlefield 2042, just generally speaking, is disappointed. I mean, it's just disappointing. I think like for me, I kind of enjoy it for what it is because I play it with Hectic, but you know I miss him. Hectic doesn't say anything to me.
Hmm.
Like I know. That one's definitely disappointing for me. Um, uh, as far as other like new games this year that I played that I was really disappointed in, not a lot beyond that actually. Not off the top of my head. Um, I think I was pretty careful with my choices of games, even if I didn't actually complete them fully. Like I didn't just like get something that I knew was going to be, but
Hmm.
um, I was pretty careful with what I got. The only one that I wasn't careful of that I just didn't care about was Battlefield 2040. Playing that. Um, beyond that for this year, like you know, I can't really say I was disappointed in things that I. Yeah, for me, no, currently, but you know that's because I didn't do a lot of the new games. I just didn't. Um, yeah, I can't even scrape the bottom of the barrel. Like there's no game that I would say is like major disappointment. Really wish I'd refund. And I even looked through like some of my like games here. Like I went to Steam and Fortnite store. I mean Epic store. Sorry, um,
Fortnite store.
Fortnite store. And like there wasn't really anything that I had bought. that I would have felt like, okay, really wish I didn't buy that. Because they're just like, wasn't necessarily a ton. What I wanted, I had the opportunity to play, and if I hadn't completed it, it's like backlog, short term. I will say, you know what? I'll just say New World for now. New World will be it. I haven't actually gotten my character to max level in New World because I think part of the disappointment with that game came from the fact that it was really buggy to play in wars and things like that, highly exploitative. So I think I got really disappointed that like uh, the end game content at that point with PvP just became who could like exploit the game the most. Um,
Yep.
and then yeah, I think like that was the major problem for me with. I had fun playing it with the fellas, but I had some problems with it also. I did have problems with it, so I'll put that as a disappointment. I'll put that, even though it obviously like I think it has been successful. I would call it for me disappointing.
Yeah, so for me, I've got two. The first one was Persona 5 Strikers. That game got really good reviews. Um, and I just didn't like it that much. I found the gameplay obnoxious at best. Um, the story was good and the characters were, the Persona 5 characters, so it was great, but the gameplay was honestly obnoxious. So, yeah. Not a huge fan of Persona 5 Strikers. And the other one I'll put, though I hardly played it at all, and that's maybe the reason it was disappointing, is it? I mean, there was other stuff out at the time, so I just didn't get to it, but Mario Golf,
Yeah.
um,
Now that I'm thinking about it, I haven't played that game in a while.
I literally played it one time.
Wait. Oh my god, we fucked up. There is a disappointing game. We completely missed it. It's so disappointing we didn't even think of it. Can you
hmm
guess it? Don't look through your libraries. Don't look
I'm
through
not.
anything.
I'm not looking. I'm just.
Hold on. We've missed a disappointing game. If anybody in chat can get it, I'll straight. Oh my god, somebody got it before I could even say what I
Yeah,
was gonna do. I was gonna be like, I'll straight
Outriders.
up like give you something. Like
I
I'll like
for.
do something.
Yep, and that's why it was
Outriders.
disappointing. I forgot that game fucking existed.
Outriders was a disappointment. We didn't even get to finish it. Oh man, that was disappointing. No, Outriders was not last year. No. Last played April 12th, 2021. That came out in
Yeah.
2021.
Yep. Came out in April.
It's crazy. That was last year. Yeah. I don't know. Like I was trying to confirm it. Yeah. No, I was trying to confirm it too. I was just like, I couldn't remember if that was like the very end of 2020, but it was 2021.
No, I knew it was April. I knew it was April.
Yeah. Oh man, that has to be it. I think that's one of the biggest disappointments of this year. I think that's it. There was no content after the fact for that game. It was like kind of promoted as the big looter shooter of the year. I'm just that one was bad. I think. I think the gameplay, like
It was fun.
everything about it, was kind like it was enjoyable. Right? There were some things that were frustrating. I think we can both agree there was a couple things that were frustrating. But man, that game, yeah, that game died. That game died real fast, actually.
Yeah, it died real fast.
Um, and like I'm surprised too because that game was successful on release, but
Yeah,
it didn't have updates.
didn't have any staying power. Yeah,
Like
no
there's just
updates,
no
no
staying power.
DLC, nothing. Like after the first couple weeks of patches to fix some things and releases, it just went like radio freaking silent on that game.
Which makes
Like
no
nothing.
sense. I'm just like, really? Because like that game had success and release. Like Square, what are you doing? It got an update on November 16th. That's way too long to wait for an update.
I
That's
do
way too long.
remember. I feel like it was more recently than that, but I do remember did remember seeing a post on Twitter or something from Outriders at sometime late in the year. I was like, oh yeah, that game fucking existed.
And I'm sure the first
Lol.
comment was like, "Who are you again?
Yeah,
What? Lol? You're here?" Yeah, no, that's crazy. That's a disappointing one. Yeah, that one was disappointing. I think that was like definitely supposed to be like the looter shooter competitor into the space. But
but they didn't. But they didn't have any post-release plans. How can it be a competitor? Like, I
people
guess
thought it would
Square
be.
was just happy with the sales, and they were just like, all right, we're good. We're not gonna do anything else. But I mean, I don't know.
I think people. Well, the developer was said they're like, "Oh no, it's a complete game. Everything's in it. We don't really have a lot of plans." And everyone's like, "Oh, what? No, no, no. You definitely have plans. Looter shooter. So it's going to be a live service, live service." And I think the team was like, "No, it's a complete game. We're good."
Nope, that's it.
And everybody's like, "What?" But and the thing is, it kind of lended itself to be a live service game. So I'm just surprised but Square's busy putting their money into Marvel's event. That game is going to come back.
And NFTs.
And NFT. So Outriders, I think, is my biggest disappointment this year. Now that we've sort of remembered it, that's the biggest one. Outrider NFTs, get me in now. NFT guns. What a great idea. Oh man, that's huge, huge. What's another disappointing game that I can scrounge up here? Oh man, I don't know. I think it's Outriders for me. It's definitely
Yeah.
it's got to be that. There's I don't think there's anything that really competes now. But anyway, any other disappointing games for you?
Nope. I think that. I mean, Madden is always a pile of trash,
No,
so
no, no,
it's
no,
not
no,
really
no.
disappointing.
Here's the thing. That would being disappointed would also require me to have an expectation. I had no expectation, so I'm not
Yeah.
disappointed.
Though, again, neither of us played it because it was a dumpster fire. But the GTA trilogy remaster.
Oh, that was ass.
Oh my goodness.
But, the GTA thing, that was that was that was sad.
That was, that was a dumpster fire.
That was sad. Somebody was proud of that too on release. I'm sure somebody was like, "Yeah, this is good. Great."
E
Oh,
football.
eFootball was poo poo. No, that is the
Yeah,
worst game. Oh wait, no, 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 no. Godfall? No, Godfall didn't come out in
that
2021.
that was the year before. Yeah, that
That was the
was
year before.
2020 at
That
the
was
at the end.
Godfall. What a poo poo. What a duty. What a duty. What a duty game.
Looter
Launch
slasher.
title. Launch title, by the way. They hyped that shit up. Oh man, they really hyped that up. That's okay. Gearbox is gonna go back to Borderlands with Tiny Tina's
They had the
Wonderland.
Tiny Tina. Yeah.
They're going back to that. That'll be probably fun. I wasn't
Yep.
as excited about Borderlands 3 as I wanted it to, as I was hoping it would. I don't know. That game was I wanted more for that. Marvel's Avengers? What? What about Marvel's Avengers?
That game came out in 2020 as well.
That was 2020. That was 2020.
They had updates in 2021, but
That was
that
2020.
game came out in 2020.
Uh other disappointing games? I don't know. Destiny 2, maybe. That
Oof.
was disappointing. I'm disappointed. There could have been more. Is like I'm just, I just like that'll get try. I just knew it would get try. Anyway, um, if you haven't got yes, I don't. Um, I think we can kind of like slowly wrap things up from here if you can't think of anything.
You want to wind down? Do we want to talk about
Oh,
games we're looking forward to in
yeah,
this
sure.
year, at least the early part of this year that we know that are coming out?
Yeah, I think we can pull up a very quick list of
Touch on those real
up
quick. Oh
upcoming
god, the
game
the
releases.
KHPC release was a dumpster fire too. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Video game release schedule for 2022. So for January, we're kind of already in there. Pokemon Legends Arceus. In February, Life is Strange Remastered Collection. That'll be cool, actually. Um, oh, what's that Korean game? No. What's that Korean game? I'm looking forward to that one.
Oh,
Oh God, what's it called?
Doke V or
Doke V.
something
Yeah,
like.
Doke V.
Yeah.
Doke V is going to be the best game ever created. That game is awesome. I don't want anybody to tell me it's not. Doke V might be the game that changes society. Fuck the metaverse. Doke V verse. Doke
Mhm.
verse. Imagine.
Doken.
Why is everybody so hard on the metaverse now? It makes me angry. Why are people so hard on the metaverse now, by the way? I want to know that at some point. Like, are we really excited to get VR chat in like all of our other stuff? Is that really what we're excited about? I don't want I just don't want that. We have Assassin's Creed the Ezio collection for the Switch. Uh Dynasty Wars Empires, Destiny 2 the Witch Queen expansion.
Good
That's
game.
February 22nd. Um I know people are excited about that because the Hive are getting ghosts too. It's really interesting. If you knew the lore, you'd understand. Um, let's see, Elden Ring, of course. Even as I say it, somebody had it. Somebody climaxed.
Yep.
Um, let's see, Babylon's Fall. I feel like I've heard of
Oh,
this.
yeah, that's that Square Enix live service game with the oil painting.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh! I'm leaving and taking my 25 vault accounts with me. Damn. Triangle Strategy, March 4th.
Yeah, Triangle
Um,
Strategy.
I know Weebs are excited about that one. Um, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. What did I just read? What?
It's a fighting game.
Oh,
It's a remake of the Persona 4 fighting game. I don't know.
hold on. Starship Troopers Terran Command. Why have I not heard about this? Starship Troopers.
That sounds like an RTS, like just by the
Starship
title.
Troopers, dude. I'm gonna go crazy. Starship Troopers. Wait, no way. Sid Meier's Starship. No, that's not it. I clicked the purchase and it took me to a completely different game. Like Game Informer. Get your links working.
Trash.
Like, what the frick?
Trash.
It took me to a completely different game. Like, what? Oh my god. It's the Warhammer 40K thing, right? It's Starship Troopers. No, it's Starship Troopers. That's like Starship Troopers was a like that was a movie.
Yep, a really bad movie.
Hold on. Take it easy. Take it easy, okay?
I mean, it's a so bad
Relax.
it's good. It's a so bad it's good
Thank
movie.
you.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. It's an amazing film. Everyone knows that. It looks like an RTS kind of game. Yeah, somebody really wanted to make a Starship Troopers game though. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like an RTS game.
Yep.
It's $30,
Okay.
so there you go. Exciting. Um, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim for Switch.
Okay.
We got some stuff in May. The new Saints Row sort of reboots. August. Starfield apparently is November 11th.
Yep.
Um, there's a bunch of stuff to be announced here, but Death Stranding Director's Cut. Oh my god, dude! Have you ever
Whoa.
wanted to play Uber Eats or DoorDash in a video game? That's missed Final Fantasy Chaos Edition. Oh, I did. Really? Final Fantasy I see Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin
That's
for
the one.
March.
That's the one.
What's this though? What is this one? Is this the?
It's like Neo. It's like Neo Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. Tiny Tina's Wonderland was March. That's right. I'm kind of interested now. I think near future, I'm most excited about Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Triangle strategy, hands down for me.
Triangle strategy will be good. Um,
Most people, it's Elden Ring.
I think most people it's Elden Ring, of course. Let's see here. Gosh, Try's gonna hate me for this, but I can't even say Destiny 2. Can't even say it compared to those other ones. I don't know,
I
dude.
mean, you haven't been playing Destiny very much lately, so
Yeah, I'm just like I don't know. Um, I'm sure. I'm sure I'll get it again. I no. Try's about to unsub and kill me. He's about to just fly over and kill me. Oh no! Why would you
no,
do that?
our
I'm sorry.
followers.
I'm not as excited as other people about it. I'm sure I'll get it. I'm just not excited. As excited. I'm more interested in the other stuff. Like just more interested in these other games that are like complete full games, not like a DLC. I don't know. Like those, there's some cool stuff though. There's some cool stuff here in the spring that I'm looking forward to. No, like there's some cool stuff. Um, Otto needs to go back to his roots and play King of Dragons. You're right. Bear Vodka Fall in Berlin. God, please no. I don't know. Spoon, if you could pick any spring game. Oh no, you said Triangle Strategy.
Yeah,
Okay,
100% triangle strategy.
okay,
No doubt in my
no
mind.
doubt. Okay, I think I'm gonna pick Tiny Tina's Wonderland. I kind of am interested. I was disappointed in Borderlands 3. I was. I think I expected more from that game, and it just wasn't it. Um,
Yeah, I never finished it. I was playing it co-op with Abandoned Mason, and was it you as well? I
yeah,
don't
a little
remember.
bit. Yeah,
And we played like one or two sessions, and then never played again. And
yeah,
I never finished the campaign
yeah.
in Borderlands 3.
I tried playing with Try and Kuru, and then they just left me behind.
Uh huh.
Pretty sure they also flipped me off and said "screw you," so that was
Yep.
mean. But yeah, no, I actually distinctly remember being like, "Oh yeah, I'll play with you guys," and then I fell behind, and I was like, "Oh, I can't catch up anymore." Sounds like a Tuesday, yeah, pretty much. So, um, yeah, I think Tiny Tina's Wonderland uh, could be fun. It could be entertaining, and I do want. Oh God, I did want more out of Borderlands 3, so maybe this one will be to my expectation. Um, anyway, any other stuff?
I think that's it.
Okay. Well, we appreciate hanging out with you guys and appreciate you coming out here and putting up with our shenanigans. And we will be back next week. Um, and also at some point I'll be posting in the Discord about Halo, playing Halo on the channel. Come hang out with Kuru and I as we play through the games. All those games are so short too, so we'll get them through them pretty quick. Um, and I'm good at Halo, so I know we'll be in good hands here. Um, but yeah, and the episodes will go up on YouTube at some point over the probably closer to the weekend. Keep an eye out for that. Be sure to check out the YouTube videos, like them, please. We appreciate it. We're putting some content back up there, so all that support is really helpful. And I think that's it. Spoon, any other final closing thoughts before we end for today?
Nope, I think that's it. I assume we're gonna go back to Thursday next week.
Yes, we'll be back to Thursday next week. So be sure to mark your calendars. You know, pen in the time: 3:30 p.m. Pacific time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Please do stop by. We'll be talking about news. I don't know why, but I think I'm just going to guarantee we'll be talking about NFTs in some capacity
Hmm.
because heaven knows that every week we have to now give some note about it because the game company wants it. And
We
we'll
can
see
talk.
y'all then.
We've yeah, GDQs this week, so
That's
we'll
right.
probably talk about GDQ a little bit next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No Twitch drama. We know the Twitch drama. We talked about it. The Twitch drama. Maybe we'll talk about it next week. But yeah, it needs to settle first, I think. So, Spoon, I hope you get better,
Yep, me too.
and we'll send off here. Thanks, guys, for coming by. We'll see y'all next week, hopefully.
Night, everybody.